Okay, this next example uses two technologies in combination. The one technology that you can see on the screen now is called Concept Board, and the other technology that I'm using actually to record all of these screencasts is a technology called Community Clips. Okay, Community Clips is a free download available from Microsoft. It might even well be on your laptop already. And what this does is allows you to capture the screen, capture what's going on, and provide a sort of a guide to people who are watching the screen. So I'm recorded, so I'm ready to go. So what you can see here is in Concept Board, which again is another free web technology, conceptboard.com. You can create an account, and I've uploaded part of a past paper, again for geography, into the technology. And what I'm going to do now is I'm going to show you what I can do with the paper once I've got it in here. Now we can't see it very clearly at the moment, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to scroll in a little bit closer to the screen so I can actually see what I'm doing, and I can then use the little hand to drag so I can see what I'm doing here. And what I can then do is I can start to give the students some explanation about how they might want to answer this question. And again, the joy of this is you can share this link with them, or share the video clip with them, so that they can actually watch this back over and see your explanation on more than one occasion. So I've got some tools up here. I've got some scribble tools. So if I select scribble tools and go to highlighter, what I can start doing is I can start highlighting some key information. So here I might want to highlight the word explain, because that's the key command word that the students are going to need to answer a question for. And then I might want to write a comment to sort of illustrate this point. So I can then drag the arrow here and I can write in a comment command word, you must say why. Okay, that information then comes up on the screen and reminds them that it's an explain question, so they need to say why. And then what the student has to do here is actually to draw a labelled diagram and then explain to support their answer. So they have to write in the name of their landform and then write their answer. So once they've what you can also do with this, which is really nice, is you've got the ability to draw. So I can select perhaps a pen here might be the best thing, and I can select from a range of colours. I think black will show up best on the screen, and then I can actually start to create my diagram. Okay, so I'm going to draw a classic headland with a stack. Okay, and you can see that I can do all this freehand using my mouse, and I might want to put in here, as you can see, I can develop this further then. So I'm drawing in an arch now, and I'll put a cave here, and then I'll put some crevices, and you can see there that I can very clearly start to develop a model answer for my students. Let's put in a dashed line to indicate a collapsed arch here. Okay, and as you can see, the idea is starting to build up. I can show them how to label then by writing in further comments. So I could put in here, for example, that this is, once I've coloured it in, this will be a cave, or this will be, if I write in another comment, this is a stack. Okay, and so on. And then I can also write some annotations underneath about how they might want to approach the exam question. So Concept Board using Community Clips is quite a nice way of getting students to understand the exam process. And again, they can play this clip over again if they want to get the idea of how to answer the exam question. So that's another example of how to use some of these technologies. This is Concept Board. Okay, here's our next example of a web technology you could use to support revision. This is a technology called Prezi. Here's one that I've created to support students who are studying the WJC Geography exam for geographical skills. And you can create your own Prezi account by going to prezi.com. And the nice thing about Prezi, compared to a presentation tool like PowerPoint, for example, is that you don't have to investigate the Prezi in a linear fashion. It's a bit more interesting in terms of the way you can navigate around the information, and you can make it freely publishable on the web, so students can get the web link and find the presentation straight away. So if I go into this presentation now, you've got two options. You can either view it in a linear fashion by clicking the arrows from the presentation I've created, or you can actually hone in on a particular element that you want to focus on. So for example, if I wanted to focus on using a combination of resources in the skills exam, I can direct the students, they can direct themselves to this information so they can look and have a see in terms of what they need to be doing for those questions. Here's the question now. This is an exam past paper question, and this one is about winter anticyclones, for example. And what I'm able to do here then is I've been able to highlight key pieces of information, note why things are important, been able to give them some tips about the exam paper and some of the content that they might need in answering that question. So what they could then do is to have a look at that past paper question and have a go at it themselves using that information, so they get a model answer. So the success criteria is there for them on one page. And the lovely thing about this is, unlike paper, which this won't get lost, and you can make this freely available but not editable, so the students can have a look at it as well. So that's a real advantage to using a technology like Prezi, for example. And again, you can simply flick through. Then the students can flick through and have a look at the key information before they have a go at the question, if that's what they wish to do in terms of their revision. So in terms of actually creating a Prezi, as I've said previously, that there are some very good online guidance and tools to show you how to do that, and that's kind of beyond the scope of this presentation, but it works in a similar way to a technology like PowerPoint. So there's a series of templates you can put up of varying sizes, different text, and so on. Okay, so here's another technology that you might want to use. Now, if you've got a concept that's difficult to explain, or you want to explain it in a slightly more engaging way, especially when students come to revise something, then you might want to visit goanimate.com. Now, GoAnimate allows you to create some sort of animations using sort of pre-selected text, or you can use your own voice if you want to. So again, it's a simple case of setting up an account with an email and a password, and you can very quickly make a video. So what I'm going to choose to do here is use one of the quick video makers to show you how quickly you can actually develop something. So if you, for example, went to a slice of daily life here, you can the program GoAnimate gives you a series of very simple boxes that you can use to develop your animation. So you simply select next, you choose the characters and the scene. Okay, so let's have these two at dinner, and then you can select your actors. So we'll have these two characters, and then you simply select the dialogue that you want them to be sharing. So it could be that one of the people has got an exam tomorrow, so the first person might say something along the lines of, "Hi, have you revised for your science exam tomorrow, and the second character can respond, oh no, what do I need to learn? And the next part of the dialogue might be and then a list of the things that the student needs to revise. So it could be that you need to revise biology, etc. Alright, so you get the idea. So you can type the text in, and then the characters will say what's within the animation. You can choose a range of voices. There's different accents that you can use: American, British, French, and so on. You can choose to either text to speech, or if you want to, you can actually record your own voice, because sometimes the automatic speech can be a bit mechanistic and sound a bit robotic. But just to show you how quick it is, once you can put up to 10 lines of text in for free, and then when you preview your video, you can see how it looks on the animator. So this is just loading here quickly. Once it's loaded, you can very quickly have a look at your animation. Here it is. Okay, so you can see there that that was a preview of the video that I'd written, and I can then go back and edit that. Okay, once I finished it, and once you finish it, you can then save it. And once you've saved it, given it a name, you get the option to share it, and then you can put it into your group dashboard in IlearnWales. So